Hello beautiful people, welcome once again to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a palazzo trouser and a fitted trouser. It's a 2-in-1 tutorial, so please stay tuned and watch the end of this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel, that's what keeps me going. So guys, first thing first, remember this is a two-way tutorial, so I'll be using a band. I'll be fixing a band to it, and the band width is going to measure 5 inches because it's a cut together trouser with a band. So this is the band. This is the band I'm using, and it's measuring 1.75, almost 2 inches. So that means I have to take a length of 5 inches. So by the time you fold it, you'll be having 2.5 inches. So that extra remaining will be for the allowance. So by the time I fold my band like so, you can see the waistband fits into it perfectly because of the length. It's almost 2 inches though. So I'm just going to mark my 5 inches like so. So imagine if it was 1 inches, you take, if it is 1 inches band, you take 2.5 inches. So I'm just going to fold like so. So this is how it's going to be. So that's why I'm going down by 5 inches, because the waistband is 2 inches. So I'm just going to mark this and roll a line. So this line will be the starting line, and when I'm taking my measurement, I'm going to use from this line that I'm marking like so. So by the time I fold, I'll be having something like this. So you see, so my 1 inch, my 2 inches waistband will fit perfectly into it. You can use 1 inches waistband, so it depends on your preference. For this, the client wanted something longer, so that's why I bought this. So you see, it's almost 2 inches, as you can see. So I'm just going to fold it like so when I'm sewing. So that ½ inches will now be what I'll use as the sewing allowance. That's ½ inches remaining, so it's going to be like so. So I'm just cross-checking to be sure if I'll take my measurements. So when I'm taking my measurements, since the band is 2 inches, so by the time I divide my crotch by 4, I'm going to be removing 2 inches from it because of this band. I don't want the crotch area to be too long. But if you're using 1 inches waistband, there's no need for you to remove to remove from your crotch. So it's because of this waistband. If I use it like so, it will be too long. The crotch length will be long. That's why I'm minusing from it. So my normal crotch is 11, sorry. That's 46 divided by 4. Then I remove 2 inches from it. So that's what I will use as my crotch line. So take note of that. I'm just going to mark my crotch line like so, because I removed 2 inches from it. So after doing that, I'll roll it out. So next is for me to get my tie line. So the tie line is from the crotch downwards. You go down by 3 inches. So this is my tie line, which also called lap line or tight, like some people will say. So I'm just going to roll it like so, and I'll label it as my tie line. So we have the waistline, the crotch line, and the tie line. These are all the vertical lines. Tie line to the hip line to the crotch line. These are all the vertical lines. So now it's for me to take my new line. So from the waist to the new, 19 inches. So I'm just going to take my measurement like so. These are the vertical lines from the waist to the nail, from the waist to the crotch, from the waist to the full length. So I'm just going to mark like so, then use a marker so it will be more visible. Vertical lines. I'm just going to use this so that it will be sharp. So that it's bold. So after doing that, now taking all our vertical lines, you label waist, crotch, laps, knee, then your lengths. So I've gotten all our vertical lines. So now it's going to get our horizontal lines. So what you do next is to take, since it's an elastic waistband, if you take your normal waist here, you won't be able to wear this trouser. So here you're going to fix your hip measurements On the crotch, you fix your hip measurements. On the thigh line, you fix your thigh measurements. Then when you are fixing the elastic, this is where you now fix your normal waist measurements. So for this client, the waist measurement is 30. Our waist is 33. So I'm just going to take my 33 like so. I won't use the old 33. I'm going to minus 3 inches from it. So we'll be left with 30. So this is what I will use so that it sits very well on the waist point. This is the waist point here. And if you want it tighter, you can remove 5 inches. If you want it to be comfortable on the clients, remove 3 inches. So it's going to be like so. So when you're taking this side, do not use your waist measurements. If it's a trouser that have a zip, you use your waist measurements. Then because it's elastic, you use your hip measurements. If you use your waist measurements, you'll be able to wear it. Except if you are using zip, it's going to have like a zip by the side. So I'll keep this aside. So now it's supposed to take our hip measurement. So the hip for this client is 42. 42 divided by 4 is going to give us 10.5. So I'll place my 10.5 here on this waist part. Mark my 10.5 like so. Then I'll come down to the hip point. I'll also mark my 10.5 here. So next thing, you just draw a straight line. Should I use this to be sharp? Do your straight line. So also extend it to this point. This is the band. Hold together. Now extend it to this point. So this is it. So next thing to do now is to find this extension. Usually you're supposed to use your thigh divided by 5. So the thigh for this customer is 25. Is 12.5. You're supposed to place it like so. Just mark your 12.5. Another method you can do is to get your waist, your hip measurement divided by 16, so you can find the extension that will be accurate here. Or follow normal standard measurement. Normal standard measurement, they say is 2.5 here. If you want to do that, method 2, use your normal standard measurement 2.5. Place it like so. Or hip divided by 16, or whatever figure you get, use that as your crotch extension. Or use your normal standard measurement of 2.5 for crotch extension, or you calculate it, whichever one works for you. Or you take the third method is to take your normal time measurements and place it on the crotch like so. Your laps divided by 2, 25 divided by 2 is going to give us 12.5. Place it like so. So whichever method works for you. For this method, I'm going to be using this 46 divided by 16. 42 divided by 16 which will give me 2.6. 2.622 something. I'm going to use 2.5 and 2.6. So I'm going to place it 2.6 like so. That's my 2.6. Then I'll go up by 2.6 also because I want to like create my curve. So I'll go up by 2.6 here. And I'll place that here. Then at this point, I'll go up by 1 inches. So I'm just going to place it like so. Then create my curve. So now we've gotten our curve. We've gotten the upper part of it. This is your crotch point, the waist point. This is my band. So we've gotten that. So next thing for us to get how we want this side to be. This is the palazzo. It's going to be like free. So if you're using like a straight shape trouser, that's when you make it straight. So I'm going to be using the two methods just to show you, just an illustration. just an illustration to show. So let's start with the shape trouser. So let's assume you want to shape this trouser now. So you take your normal measurements from the waist to the knee, 19. Then from this knee, this is for shape trouser. Then from this knee to your calf, the calf is like the biggest. I don't know, I have to show you guys. This is your calf, like the biggest part of your. So if it's a shape like a shape trouser, like you want to very not tight, like this shape a bit, you don't want to be big, this is the biggest part. So you take the measurement of this part like so, which is 14. You're supposed to take it on your client. They're using like a shape trouser, so you see this one is a bit shape. So this is how it is. You can see how tight it is, but you make it free a bit. That's if it's a shape trouser. 14.5. So you call it calf. 14.5. This is for a shape trouser. If you're not doing shape trouser, then so from the knee, this is the knee, to the calf, you can see this is the calf, is 6 inches, usually 6 inches standard. From the knee to the calf is 6 inches. So this is the knee. From the knee to the calf, 6 inches. 6 inches. This is where you want the trouser to be like pencil or bead shaped. So we are going to do the two method. So this is my calf, so I'm just going to measure it like so. So I'll label this as calf. Okay, this is my knee. So this is my calf, this is the knee, this is the thigh. This is for the method for shape trouser. This is the method for shape trouser. So what I'll do now is, from this, we are trying to get like the center point of this trouser so we can shape the trouser. So to get the center point of that, you place your crotch, your tape here on the crotch point and divide this part. Remember, I use the second method of crotch extension of 46 divided by 16, which I got 2.6. So this is the mark of the 2.6. So I'm going to place it like so and then divide this by 2. So I'll divide this place by 2. This is how it's going to be. So when I divide by 2, this is the center point of the trouser. So dividing 13.2 by 2, I got 6 by 7. This is 5, 6. Sorry, 6.6. So this is 6.6. This is my center point, 6.6. I'm going to place it on the nail point. You can also place it on the tie point. We are trying to get the center point of the trouser. 6.6. I'll come here also on the nail point. 6.6. I'll come here on the calf point. 6.6. I'll also come on the nail point, the full length, sorry, which is 6.6. So I'll mark it like so, then I'll roll my lines. I'll roll it straight down to connect all the lines on the center point together. So this is the center point of the trouser. So this is the center point of the trouser, which we've got in here. This is the center point. So if it is like palazzo, that's what we are talking about. If you're using like shape trouser, you take your round measurements, the round measurement of your knee, divide that by 4. This is what the figure you get on the right hand side, and place the next figure you get on the left hand side. You divide it by 4. When you say the knee, round knee is 20 divided by 4. I use a tape. 20 divided by 4. 10 divided by 4, that's 5. So you place 5 here, place 5 here. Your thigh, that's the lap, round lap is 25 divided by 2. divided by 4, sorry, 6.2. So you place 6.2 here. So your round tie here, the round lap, because you want it shape, you are shaping the trouser. If you are not shaping it, just go straight, fiam, palazzo. Since we are shaping it, we want the trouser to be shaped. So you divide here by 2 by 4, your round lap divided by 4, place it here, place it here. 5.5. 5.5 I go, so I mean, 5 divided by 2. Okay, 6.2. Place 6.2 here. Place 6.2 here. See? So for our new round knee is 20. 20 divided by 4 is 5. So you place 5 here. Place your 5 on the right hand side. Place your 5 on the left hand side. So for the calf, depending on how you want the calf to be, still want to shape. What we got was 17 divided by 2 by 4. We use 15. Let's use 15. Okay. 15 divided by 4. 3.7. So you place 3.7 here. Also place 3.7 here. So 15. Then the ankle, depending on how you want the ankle to be. If you want it shaped to, or you want it to have the same shape with this ankle, you can also do that. So I'm going to be using the same shape of this calf. This is for shape trouser. Then mark it straight. I'm using the same shape with the calf. So mark it shape like this. If you want here to be bigger, you want here to be smaller, you do the same thing. You just connect like so. Connect like so. Maybe you want to use 3 inches. You want here to be small. 3 inches. 3 inches. So it depends on your preference. So you just connect from these 3 inches to this point. Then you connect from here to this point also. So you see, doing like this. That's if you want a shaped trouser. So from here now it's for us to connect here. So let's start from the tie. So from this point I'll connect it to this point. And from this point I'll connect it to the nail point. And from this point I'll connect it, from this crotch point I'll connect it to this side of the tie. And from this tie I'll connect it to here. So from here I'll connect to this point. This is the calf, connect it to the knee. Connect like so. Connect also like so. This is for shaped trouser. If you want it to be shaped. So if it was a palazzo, let's assume you are doing like a palazzo trouser now. If it's a palazzo, you don't want to shape like this. Just go from the crotch straight to the nail. Any figure you want to be wider or bigger than that. take your round nail measurement. Then me, I'm going to be using the same 20. Let's assume it's the same 20. So I'm just going to connect from here straight to this point, and also connect from here straight to this point. Connect from this point straight to meet the crotch. So then this one, I'll use the same 25.5 for here because I want it to be palazzo, so it's going to go straight down. So at this calf, I'll take 5 here, and then I'll take 5 here. If it's palazzo, if you want it wider, you can go wider. You can take 6 here, 6 here, 6 here, 6 here. Then everything will just go straight. That's for palazzo. For shape trouser, you take the size that you want or the shape that you want. So yeah, I'll be doing the same thing. I'll go 5. I'll also go 5 here. So I'm just going to connect all this together. You can see the difference. Shaped trouser versus free trouser. So that's the difference between the two. You can see. So from this side point, I just went straight after taking 5 at the right hand side, 5 at the left hand side for the knee. For the ankle, for the calf point, I took 5 by the right hand side, 5 by the left hand side. For the hip, for the length, I took 5 by the right hand side, 5 by the left hand side. I'll just connect. So that's just the basic thing about how to cut trouser with elastic. So this will be the band. And we're just going to cut. So whichever one is your preference, just cut. So if you are going for shape trouser, you just cut like so. So if you are going for a palazzo, me, I'm going for palazzo. I'm just going to cut like so. So remember, this is the band. Cut it straight. This also is the band. So if you want it wider, you can extend it 7 here, 7 here, 6 here, 6 here, 6 here, 6 here. If you want it wider, and from the crotch, just connect it straight now. And if you want it shaped, same thing. So this is my band. I'm going to cut like so. So when I'm cutting it on the fabric, I'll fix it like this and follow all the tracing. Then for the back side, to cut the back side, at this point you add 2 inches extension here, 2 inches, 2.6 inches for the crotch extension for the back. So you put the same thing with the front. Then on this side, just add 2 inches all through, 2 inches at the thigh, 2 inches at the knee, 2 inches at the calf, 2 inches at the full length to cut the back. Just cut it like this. That's how to cut it like this. See you guys in the next tutorial. Bye.